You know, I love telling stories. And since I can't hula hoop right now because my tummy hurts, I think I'm going to tell a story instead. And this is a story of friendship, of awakening, of wonderful times with wonderful people that happened a year ago. The place was Camp Lilac. And again, I was following intuition, and it was leading me to amazing places. And I had the Hoop of Love Project, and I was going everywhere seeking donations for the Hoop of Love Project. I went to the people that make duct tape and out not too far from here that make the duct tape. And I went to Builder Square and some other places seeking donations and got my 3/4 inch PVC and got the interior connectors. And many people even collected duct tape for me for the Hoop of Love project. So I could go to Camp Lilac and teach everyone there how to make hula hoops. And it was wonderful. It was beautiful. I was practicing making hoops myself at home. I was learning how to make hula hoops, and I was having so much fun doing it. And I knew I was right where I was supposed to be, and things were just happening so wonderfully. When we got there, there was a thunderstorm, and there were tornado warnings, and we had to hunker down, and it was just what was supposed to be, and it was beautiful, and it was wonderful. I walk with open hands. I give love. I receive love. The first day I was there, it was beautiful. And I was able to be the door opener. And I love being the door opener, the person that opens up the door in the church and greets everyone, the meter greeter. I love being that person. So I got to greet everyone as they came in. Um, and when I wasn't actually teaching out hula hooping, I was able to attend events. And then I was able to chaperone events as a pseudo camp counselor for a while. And I was able to stay there 3 days. And so the first day, I've had many mermaid vibe or mermaid pod days, but I'm at a trans camp. So it became Merfolk Monday. So it was Merfolk Monday because we swim in the ocean of love. And I had like 12 bracelets with me. And I grabbed my bracelets. I gave it to one person and said, Happy Merfolk Monday. Give this to one other person and tell them that they are also swimming in the same ocean of love you are, and wish them a happy Merfolk Monday. Because there's 60 kids and 40 staffs, about 100 people there. And I handed out 13 bracelets. And that's how I made that day special, among other things. And I did some Hoop of Love that day, but mainly it was the next day. So the first day I got to go and see some programs and do some other things. And then the second day it was Tinkerbell Tuesday, and we're celebrating magic. And I'd been collecting duct tape, and someone gave me washi tape instead. And I didn't know what a washi tape was, but these kids were gaga over the washi tape. And so I was handing out washi tape, one little washi tape at a time, and wishing everyone a happy Tinkerbell Tuesday, because life is about magical moments, and we treasure them, and we create them together. And that day, we made the hoops of love. On Tuesday, we made a ton of hoops of love. And I told everyone Sandy's ghost story. And that point, they were just calling me Sandy. That evening and the next day, they stopped calling me Sandy. They started calling me Sandy Alice after they heard my ghost story, because they understood how important and how special the Alice part was. That my grandmother and my aunt that had died when she was only 3 days old were that important in my life story that they didn't call me Sandy anymore. They called me Sandy Alice. So if you haven't heard Sandy's ghost story, go listen to that. But that's not what this is about. This is actually about Camp Lilac. That's what this story is about. I learned how to hula hoop a long, long time ago, but I didn't know how to kayak. At Camp Lilac, I learned how to kayak. I've never climbed a wall before in my life, and if you check out the videos, one of the very first videos I showed will show me climbing the mountain at Camp Lilac with my friends there. It was so precious, so wonderful. So many people, so much love there. And I walked with open hands, and I love those kids. I originally had been planned to have surgery in that time in the summer, and it had been denied, and that just made me disappointed. But I realized when I was at Camp Lilac, if I had been not denied, if I had gotten surgery, I would have been so focused on that, I wouldn't have had the energy I needed to really give these kids what they needed. And of course, I'm always talking about being a Hello Kitty warrior and a ninja kitten. And I had my stuffed animals with me, quite a few of them. I hadn't collected all of them yet, but Sunshine was there. And Hello Kitty warrior was there. And yeah, I'm a fun-loving little girl. And when I came, because the Wednesday I had to leave, okay? And that was done. It's I didn't want to leave, but I had to leave because someone else came in to teach yoga. The first night, they had no one else to entertain people. So I had all the students in the building, and I told them my story, Sandy's ghost story. And I told them my yoga story also. I told them the story of how I discovered yoga, how I created yoga, how I found hula hooping yoga, and my story of what I'd gone through with yoga. And so I shared with them for like a half an hour, and most of them were paying attention. And I didn't realize how special that was till other people came, and they didn't. But people respond to Sandy because, well, I love them, and they tend to love me. But what happened next, when I did leave and then come back, someone came up to me and gave me this. It says, Ninja Kitten Warrior. They made that for me out of beads. Ninja Kitten Warrior, and that was their gift to me. And then one person gave me a letter. And I read the letter. And what it said was, Sandy, I never expected to meet anyone so powerful, wonderful, and loving as you. I want to be like you. When you left camp, the camp just wasn't the same because you bring something special to it. And it wasn't just the washi tape. And it wasn't just bracelets for Mermaid Folk Monday. It was me. And 2 days ago, I realized, hey, friends, TikTok is my Camp Lilac this year. It is where my love is focused. It is where my light is focused. It is where I'm going to give, and I have been giving and sharing and making a difference. So I don't know what kind of kayaking we're going to do. I don't know what kind of mountains we're going to climb. I don't know what's going to happen next, but I'm in it. I'm here. I'm willing to share what I have to make this the best it can be. Because that's who Sandy is, and that's what Sandy does. Maybe it's a fashion show. Maybe it's another fashion show. I don't know yet. Maybe it's more cooking. Definitely it's going to be more makeup. But I give love with open hands, and I receive love with open hands. And you are amazing. So Camp Lilac was a beautiful, wonderful experience for me. And I taught 60 people how to make their own hula hoops and how to do hula hooping yoga with me. And it was an extremely precious situation. But no one was ever forced to make a hula hoop. No one was ever forced to do anything. They did it because they wanted to. And the last day when I came, I saw people in the backyard using their hoops and practicing. Not because I was there, just because they loved the hoops. Because they were hoops of love. Now, when we make the hoops of love, the first thing we did is tell Sandy's ghost story, of course. And then we took the hoops and we measured them, because they need to be big hoops for big people. And then they wrote on the hoops themselves. They wrote their name, they wrote hoop of love, and then a positive affirmation. Of course, some of them didn't even write. They just made pictures on them instead. But that's them. And then some of them turned their hoops into dream catchers. And you know how much I love dream catchers. And I saw that we had this little campfire, and I saw kids walking by with their hula hoops. They had turned into dream catchers. Like, oh my God, that's so precious. It touched my heart. And many things do. So, yeah. I do promise that eventually I will get my stuff from upstairs, downstairs in the basement, and I'll come up here and I'll have a special time with you where I will show you how to make hula hoops. So sometime in the future, if you get the Builder Square and get 3/4 inch black PVC and some interior connectors and some duct tape, you can make your own. But honestly, you know what I did? I watched a 5-minute video 6 or 7 times on YouTube, and that's how I figured it out. And then I just did it. And it felt right, and it felt wonder, and it felt wonder, and it felt good. So, TikTok, you're my Camp Lilac. You can look it up. You can look it up online and see what it's all about, because people from all over the United States came to the camp. It was a trans youth camp, open for anyone that considered themselves trans. People had to apply, and they were screened. And I was screened, actually. But it was precious, extremely precious to me to be able to be involved with Camp Lilac. And I'm not saying anyone in this community is trans, but if you are, I accept you. And if you're not, I accept you, because my heart is open and my hands are open. And sometimes too often my mouth is open, but that's okay. Right now, my belly's still hurting because I ate the rice I shouldn't have. So remember, if you make Sandy's rainbow chicken, never use that broth to make your rice. Okay, so anyways, may sweet water and light laughter fill your days. That's the end of this, but I got some more stories to tell, but that's the story of Camp Lilac. And I wanted to share with you some of my best moments, my favorite moments from Camp Lilac. And so you understand that you are that precious to me.